on KTRX.
That's music from An American in Paris that debuted last night at the Fox. Erica Hebron is with us, who was on stage last night. Good morning, Erica Hebron.
Good morning.
You are from St. Louis. Where'd you go to high school?
St. Dominic.
When did you graduate?
2005.
2005, and she's rocketed into the Broadway stardom. Is this your first time performing at the Fox?
This is since I was about probably 13. I did the Nutcracker there, but this is my first professional show to really come through.
It must be pretty exciting for you.
So exciting.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably more exciting than if I was actually on a Broadway stage, I think.
Really?
It's crazy to say that, but last night I was kind of getting teary-eyed during sound check. So
Right.
It's crazy.
Family come out last night in full force?
They have tickets to Thursday night because I'm scheduled to perform Thursday. So last night was kind of a surprise.
Right. So they small timed you a little bit last night. They were like, sorry, we'll only see you when you're on stage. We don't have time. Opening night. All right. So you were telling us off air that you're an understudy.
I'm a swing
You're
in the
a swing.
show.
Okay.
Yes.
Which means
is what?
So I cover the ensemble.
Okay.
The female ensemble.
Okay.
And I understudy one of the featured ensemble tracks in the show as well.
Gotcha. And so yesterday at 4:00 you were told,
I'm on.
get your shoes on, get
Yes,
ready.
exactly.
Let's
Get
go.
that script out and
Let's go. For those who don't know American in Paris, give us the hook. What's the storyline?
So it's a ballet dancer. It's post-World War II. And basically 3 guys fall in love with the same girl.
No way.
And you have to
kind of sounds like Mamma Mia, but it's set in Paris.
that's my life. Yeah, exactly.
As opposed to
The
a Greek
reverse.
island.
It is.
Yeah, that's the story of my life, though. Every
Three
day.
guys fall in love.
Three
fall
men
in love with
fall
me.
in love with you. This is a new musical, right?
It is. It's a new musical.
Yeah. First time in St. Louis too, I believe, right?
Yes, first time in St. Louis, first stop in the Midwest.
And how did last night go?
Wonderfully.
Wonderfully. You didn't mess
Or
up any lines.
wonderfully.
You didn't mess up any lines or anything.
I did not.
No. Okay.
Did not.
All right. That's good.
And so, will you be playing a different role Thursday?
I'm actually going in for the same track that I did last night, so it was nice to get a trial run.
How often do you appear on stage? And how often are there people who call in sick or sprained ankle or?
It really just varies. There was one week in Greenville where I went on for 2 different tracks in the span of 3 days.
Right.
And then I haven't been on actually for the last about 2.5 weeks. So you just never know. Sometimes it's bam, 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 bam. You're on every day.
And so you're like a backup quarterback. I mean, you can go in. You got to be ready at any time.
Mid-show, I could have to go in.
Right.
Wow, even
Yeah.
mid-show.
Have you ever forgotten a line or forgotten a step or forgotten what you do?
Yes,
don't even wanna talk about it.
I've had a few little flubs where I've maybe gone out the wrong wing or
Right.
just little things, but we have everything written down and you just double check it as often as possible.
Right.
So when you went out on stage and you looked out, in the crowd and all the lights in the beautiful Fox Theater, what was that like?
It's crazy because that's like where I grew up. I grew up sitting in the mezzanine actually
Right, yeah.
watching the shows come through, and it's just such a large house. It's beautiful.
Did you sign the wall in the back?
We haven't yet. We're working on our artwork. So we have
Okay.
someone that does the artwork, and then I will get to leave my mark there.
One of the things about being an actress is learning lines and steps and everything else. And I don't mean to minimize it because it's a skill, it's a practice. You have to practice one of the things, right? It's not just the way you say it, but you have to know it and really know it to be able to then sing it and act
Right.
it. But you have seen the show hundreds of times, right? So you know it really better than anybody, right? I mean, that's in the few plays I've ever been in. You're like, oh my goodness, the cadence of the actors and the actresses, it's just the same every night. So you get sort of a sense of it, right? I mean,
Right. You pick it up, you hear it every night, you might see it every night. And so, yeah, there's 10 swings on this show, which is really not common.
Right.
And so I would say, yeah, we know the show inside and out.
It started last night. It runs through Sunday the 29th, so it runs through next Sunday.
Yes.
American in Paris at the fabulous Fox Theater. You are, and you graduated what, 2005?
2005.
And then how'd you get to this deal? What was your arc?
I moved to New York
Really?
after my year as Miss Missouri, and then I moved to New York.
Miss Missouri?
What?
Oh, I didn't know you were Miss Missouri.
I was.
Oh, what was your preliminary?
I was Miss Gateway St. Louis.
Oh, with Marianne Owens?
No, but I do know her. She was the Metro St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
But yes,
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
she's wonderful. So yeah, I went, and after my year as Miss Missouri, I moved to New York and hit the ground running, just auditioning all the time.
So you showed up in New York with a suitcase and a dream.
Basically.
And a Mary Tyler Moore hat.
Right.
Throw up in the air.
Yes. And I just.
And how long before you booked your first gig?
It took me, I moved there in February, and it took me about 3 months to book my first regional theater job.
Okay.
And I went, and I actually had 2 jobs lined up back to back, and then ended up booking my first national tour, which was West Side Story.
Right.
And from there, I've just been going ever since. I've been back here a few times, worked at stages, worked at the Muni.
Sure.
So it, it's just,
Now, is that your real, true red hair?
it's not quite.
Because-
I am a redhead, but
Because that red that's a nice color red.
It is.
Thank
That is a
you.
very
Thank
distinct. It's a
you.
very classy red. Yes.
Yeah.
just got it done yesterday.
Yes, it's
Fresh.
it's impeccable. Erica Hebron is part of the American in Paris. That is a brand new Broadway smash that is here at the Fox. Started last night, runs through Sunday, January 29th. Thanks for coming in. Good luck.
Thank you.
luck.
And tell your parents to get out there more than just Thursday. Come on, man. Come on. What kind is that? Are you telling the rest of the cast about Ted Drews and the Arch and everything?
Of course, I already made a huge list on Facebook.
Okay, of all the
Great.
things.
Posts of everything they need to eat while they're here. Everything, all of the local things like the pizza, the toasted ravioli, the gooey butter cake. I
Yes.
brought some to the theater.
Good.
Mom and Dad hooked me up with some gooey butter
All right,
cake.
Well, that's
so
good.
So the pride of St. Dominic High School, ladies and gentlemen, Erica Hebron in St. Louis for American in Paris. Thanks for coming in.
thank you.
You got it. 8:50.